Hey guys, hope you are doing well. So after 2 green days, the red dump just have been arrived, and this is not so good. Bitcoin and Ethereum broke below those important levels that we watched out for. My name is Mike Denklev from CorionX, and I'm bringing you the most important crypto news, technical analysis, altcoin, NFT, DeFi gems to keep you updated and educated. I should state that nothing in this video can be considered as a financial or investment advice, everything just for your education and entertainment purposes only. So always do your own research and also make your decisions based on your research and based on your financial conditions. So guys, smash those like, push the bell, notification, or subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. It's helping out the YouTube algorithm. So let's get into our favorite bubble chart and let's see what's happening out there. We see Bitcoin is down 6%, Ethereum is down almost 8%, and Bitcoin went below 30,000, bounced a little bit, but still in a huge loss. And we see most of the altcoins in red, especially Hex, Luna, Solana, Arweave, GMT, Kava. So all those coins that rallied really well now dumping, and also just Waves and T is in green, and Waves is rallying further. In the past week made almost 70%, so this is an insane profit what Waves made. So let's check our favorite indicator, the crypto fear and greed index. It is at 17, so still in the extreme fear zone, but not as low as it was few days ago. So still 17 is extreme fear, but it dipped 10 2 days ago, and I expect that after the index will be updated in a few hours, then we will drop back to 10 because investors are too worried, and when investors are too worried, and that could be a good buying opportunity, but also be aware that asset prices can fall further. And also dollar cost averaging is something that you can use to buy the biggest fears. So let's go and check our first news. Bitcoin may hit 14,000 US dollar in 2022, but buying BTC now as good as it gets according to analysts. So Bitcoin now has best 3-year ROI over, and that was a tweet that BTC should find itself a macro floor at some point in 2022, and calculating previous dips from all-time highs, this could be anywhere between 14 and 21,000 US dollar, and 670 days until the next Bitcoin high. However, we are on time to BTC performance comparing the past cycles. We will look into it on my Twitter feed. Bitcoin from this point to the next 6-12 months is as good as it gets, probably the best 3 years ROI ever. So in this bear market we can find maybe the best 3-year ROI percentage. We may not be at the cycle bottom, but we are within the range of BTC cycle bottoms. This is the best you can do when timing the market cycles. Okay, so mega bullish signal, but breakdown. Current levels around 41,000 US dollar are comparatively modest as drawdown. Data from on-chain analyst Glassnode. Let's check this. So this is the price drawdown from all-time high. So we have still some place here to draw down from the previous all-time highs, because usual is 80% or 70%, so now just we draw down 55%. Okay, cool. Let's go and check our next news. Bitcoin to explode higher next month? That's the question. Crypto analyst Benjamin Cohen says 3 metrics suggest June rally incoming. We know that the US dollar currency index, when it's moving higher in a parabolic rally, we know Bitcoin goes down. We have seen this many times in the past, and furthermore, just simply pull it up, you can see that over the last several months the dollar has been in a parabolic rally. However, recently you can see it's pulled back a bit. Now that doesn't unfortunately mean that the dollar rally is over. It could just be taking a break for a while, but certainly looking at the dollar have this pullback leads us to believe that risk on assets could start to do well for a few weeks. So because the DXY index started to go down here, that is why he expects that on risk assets can just make a small rally. The reason I think is because we are in a macro risk of time, and so I would argue cryptocurrencies are inherently riskier than equities. So equities are the first to move when it looks like we might be getting at least a few weeks of some relief, and then along as that sustains, that crypto will kind of be next in line to go up as well. So I think this differently, because crypto went down before stocks, and I think Bitcoin and crypto can bounce before the equity market. Why is this significant? The 90-day exponential moving average. We have never seen that before, that the 90-day exponential moving average of the fear and greed index is lower than it's ever been. So fear and greed index over time, this is the Bitcoin price, and the index is the 90-day exponential of the fear and greed index is dipping, and it was never lower the current level. Cool. Next piece of news is Bitcoin on the verge of a bullish rebound, according to top analyst. Who is that analyst? Kevin Svensson. He says after the close we are starting to see a little bit of bullish speculation. We are starting to see that on the 4-hour chart Bitcoin is coming up and seemingly looking to break out resistance here. Looking at the 2021 low point, Bitcoin has barely even tested below. We have not explored this downside region yet, which makes me think that yes, this bottom with this weekly volume signature could be acting as a long-term base of support, or at least will act as strong support. Bitcoin may be on the verge of a bullish rebound to retest the downward sloping resistance. Okay, so he expects a rebound here, and then or maybe a further downside continuation. Bear markets make for fantastic trading zones in both directions. You gotta be agnostic and unbiased. Really, rallies can be powerful. We may be getting that now, which could hit target like $37,000 and still drop again. But for now, I'm looking nice and green, but we are not nice and green anymore, so already broke at this. Fed money printer goes into reverse. What does it mean for crypto? So in the past few years, because the corona pandemic, that was a quantitative easing, and that they printed trillions of dollars, and now there is a quantitative tightening. It will process over $48 billion a month for the first 3 months, and then will increase the full 95 billion 3 months later. And they want the Fed wants to reduce their balance sheet by $7.6 trillion by the end of 2023. And what does that mean for crypto? Bitcoin has never once in history been in a bull market while the Federal Reserve did quantitative tightening. Smartware spent the last 12 plus months dumping their banks on dumb retail. The mega crash is inevitable, so this is also something that we can take in consideration. The Fed is calling assets harder and faster than a lot of analysts had expected, and it's difficult to imagine that this won't have some kind of impact on investor sentiment across. Yes, so investor sentiment can go lower, and also the fear can coming back. Furthermore, we expect the market bounce imminently, meaning investors should be positioning portfolios to capitalize on this. And this is the interest rates hikes, and yeah, cool. Let's go and check. Maybe we have something here. Yeah, It does suggest that market participants are seeking to park value in Bitcoin, meaning we could see weakness continue to trend across all altcoin markets if current market conditions continue to play out. So altcoins will flooding and some capital will flow from alts into Bitcoin. So this is what they are talking about. Next piece of news is EU regulator warns soaring inflation could drive investors to crypto. Calls for unified regulatory framework. So also there is an inflation in the EU. We got the report that in Germany the inflation is almost 8%, so huge, and they are worrying because they are saying that with inflation rising, investors will look to find investments which are able to try to compensate for inflation and bring greater returns, which might lead to greater risk taking. There is no EU regulatory framework for these kind of entities at the moment, and so there is currently an imbalance in how national supervisors deal with these entities and how they judge them. So they are talking about cryptocurrencies, and this is a little bit scary that even the EU doesn't want to fight against inflation, but they are warning that that the money will flow in crypto to defend against inflation. But we know that Bitcoin is not an inflationary asset. Next piece of news is Russia is open to Bitcoin crypto for international payments. Okay, a senior official from the Central Bank of the Russian Federation said it is open to using Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies for international payments. The Central Bank of Russia is open to allowing the use of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies for international payments. A senior official for the bank explained that it still believes that risk for Russia could be reasonably large. Russia has experienced a lot of turbulence on the matter of Bitcoin and mining this past year because a lot of miners moved to Russia, but this is something that they are developing further. Next piece of news is that Fidelity, one of the biggest asset manager in the US, Fidelity to offer Ethereum trading and custody. Ethereum will soon be available through one of the largest asset management companies in the world, and custody and trading services for Ethereum. The digital assets subsidiary is hiring more than 200 people to build out the infrastructure needed to provide safe exposure to the Ethereum network. The statement comes months after Fidelity Investment announced they would be providing investors the option of allocating up to 20% of their retirement plans into Bitcoin. Long-term indicators, so this is good for Ethereum, and I think Fidelity is doing a great job here. Next piece of news is South Korea bets on the Metaverse with $177 million in project investment. South Korea's investments on investment of 177 million is among the first by a national government into a new sector, and it's a prudent first step into the metaverse. So the government is investing, not a private company or a VC company. Government, the South Korean government, investing in this metaverse. South Korea's investment into the metaverse comes with industry risk the government must address. Okay, sounds good. The metaverse sector gets backing from the government entities, so this is huge, where the government is investing in NFTs and metaverse. So guys, this is insane, and this is the future. This is why we at CorionX working on the Laserpunk's Gods NFT Launchpad, because we will have so many artists minting their NFTs and also building this metaverse together. Next, Prada will launch an Ethereum-based NFT collection. Prada's latest foray emphasized the utility-based interactions between the NFTs and the physical items. Each time capsule drop will be linked to both a gender-neutral physical product and a gifted NFT, a GIF of the capsule video which represents the digital version of the physical item. So this is huge. So Prada is entering the NFT place. Prada is a fashion brand. and a luxury apartment complex in Argentina to feature a Bitcoin mining facility for residents. So this is huge. Let's quote, "I think about innovation all the time, but you also have to have the right timing. It's a fine line. It's just bad to start a venture too early as it is to do it too late." So this apartment complex will provide Bitcoin mining services. So guys, also that was a news yesterday that the Lebanese pound exchange rate against dollar plunges to all-time low. So actually Lebanese pound lost all its value, and IMF is on the bailout, but this is not good. So fiat currencies are also collapsing nowadays. So guys, let's go and check my Twitter feed. Definitely follow me at MIKLOSDenkler, follow at Corion platform, and also follow at laserpunk_gats. And laserpunk gats Genesis collection is really unique, giving access to the launchpad mintings and a lot of use cases. So definitely follow and see our metaverse unfolding. Laserpunk gats coming soon. So guys, the next level of Bitcoin and crypto adoption were countries and banks joining the bandwagon despite the bear market sentiment. One of Panama's largest banks just become BTC friendly. Important adoption news. Give a like and share. Yes. Cool. The good news that Bitcoin is closer to the potential bottom than to the previous all-time high according to Plan B, and he's charting that May close was at 31,762, and yes, we can go lower, but we are much closer to the bottom, to the potential bottom somewhere here, than to the top previous tops. Give a like and share. Still almost 2 years, almost 670 days until the next Bitcoin halving. Will we see a cycle bottom already, or it is already in? Let's check this chart and let's see. These are the Bitcoin halvings here, you see, and these are where we have this kind of wedges going down, breaking down, and before halving we see, or after halving we see some pumps also before halving. So we can just going lower here, and we'll see a venture founder. He's from CryptoQuant, and he also expect the next 6 months and hit cycle bottom between 14 and 21,000 US dollar, then chop around 28 to 30,000 in most on 2023, and bet 20,000 again by next halving. So not optimistic version, but also we should take it consideration. And Laserpunks also the 3D animated NFTs with a unique laser launchpad that you don't want to miss. Give a like and share all these guys, and watch out for these use cases. So let's go and check out what we do have here. If you are holding ERC20 version of CorionX, go to Uniswap. If you are holding a Binance Smart Chain version, go to PancakeSwap, provide some liquidity and lock up your LPs and earn up a 330% juicy APRs. And also if you are staking, then you will get higher chance to be whitelisted on the Laserpunk Gats NFT minting. So guys, let's go and check out the charts. I drew this in the afternoon. So Bitcoin failed to break up the 32,000 US dollar levels, went down to the lower level of this box, break down, and almost reached our previous trend line here. And if we'll be breaking down here, then we can see further downward trending continuation. So that short was juicy short, and we'll see now took some profits here, and we'll see if it will continue further. And what about Ethereum? So Ethereum also dropped significantly. Actually, Ethereum came back under our trend line, so now we expect that further continuation to the previous lows at 1700. So guys, another good day, but hope you took some profits here on your holdings and longs, and then we expect maybe some bounce, but further downside and continuation still in play. So guys, thank you for watching, thank you for listening, thank you for smashing those like, join and provide some liquidity on our farms, follow us on Twitter and social media, and see you tomorrow. Bye bye.